enable.
Network 18 presents India Hoga Clean.
Hello and welcome to Network 18 presents India Hoga Clean. As you know, India Hoga Clean is a social initiative of Network 18 to create awareness about cleanliness in Indian cities and encourage people to actively take part in making their cities clean. Through this campaign, we're showcasing stories of individuals and of organizations engaged in cleaning up activities to get rid of litter and waste from our cities and make them spick and span. At a time when government's Swachh Bharat Sarvekshan is underway and cities putting their best foot forward to exhibit their cleanliness quotient, the campaign has synced well with the government's Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and is bringing a mindset change amongst the citizens towards cleanliness. This episode is dedicated to the city of Bengaluru.
Bengaluru, one of the fastest growing cities in the world, known as the IT capital of India's modern economy. It's home to many high-tech professionals from India and abroad. Hailed as the country's garden city and Silicon Valley, Bengaluru today is paying a heavy price for its success. It's a city literally drowning in its own waste. The garbage is overflowing and waste litter clogging the traffic. Its infrastructure and waste collection services haven't been able to keep up with decades of unchecked growth. With a population approaching 11 million, it produces around 5,000 tons of solid waste each day. While some goes for recycle, but most of this is dumped in landfill sites near villages on the outskirts of the city. While the civic authorities are working day in and out to bring back the glory of Bengaluru, there are also individuals in the city who are doing their own bit to make Bengaluru clean and are becoming the role models for others to contribute in making a Swachh Bengaluru.
First up, we will take you to the south of Bengaluru in a locality called Basavangudi. A cleanup drive in this area is making its pockets neat, clean and hygienic. Let's take a look at the shining example of Gagan Nandi and his team of volunteers.
Basavangudi, a locality in south of Bengaluru, is known for its multi-cuisine food joints, education institutions and old temples. But repelling sights like these have become quite common here. This spot in Hanumant Nagar in Basavangudi needs attention. Huge heap of garbage dump, stray cows and dogs rummaging trash for eatables and an unbearable stench is a big put-off. Though visitors to nearby Kumaraswamy temple are braving this unhygienic condition every day to pay their obeisance to the god. But Basavangudi is proud of his local hero Gagan Nandi, who's on a mission to create a clean, green and beautiful Basavangudi.
Once when I was going to the office, I saw a huge garbage dump near my house and I thought we should definitely do to this something. So what I did, I first formed a Facebook page called Swachh Basavangudi. So in that I got some few of the likes on that page. Then I spoke to my few of the friends. I told them the idea we have to do something to this, and we started clearing these black spots every Sunday.
Today this garbage pile is on Gagan's radar. Armed with broomsticks, shovels and his team of volunteers, Gagan springs into action for a makeover of the spot. Well assisted by the BBMP or the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagar Palike workers. Together, they pick up the litter, sweep the place and wash it till it's completely neat and clean. The onlookers and residents are overwhelmed. Some residents made special contribution by offering tea, coffee and water to the enthused workforce.
We have already cleaned the wastage dump, and now we are planning to put a seat over there to just chit chat, so that other people should not come and throw the waste over here.
The volunteers then start leveling the area with cement and sand. The ugly walls also need some sheen, and a coat of painting does the job. How about also putting up makeshift solid benches made up of cement slabs and bricks for the residents to breathe in the fresh air in a lovely environment.
And now we have started with the wall art. The kids are excited to join us. We have been hearing complaints from the localites that even after continuous complaints to the authorities, action wasn't taken. So we took the call.
I'm working in a school as a teacher.
मैं एक एक्सोरिस्टमैन हूँ.
Horticulturist and industrialist by profession.
Software engineer by profession.
Working as a consultant in KPMG.
As a business development manager from Alton International. I'm really very proud of Gagan for all the work he's put up. It takes a lot of manpower. It takes a lot of inner support to move ahead.
After a long 5-hour non-stop cleanliness drive, the site looked quite stunning. The messages on the walls are enough to inspire people of the area to keep the spirit of cleanliness alive.
I thank this organization Swachh Baswantgudi for giving us this amazing, beautiful spot.
Till now, Swachh Baswantgudi has run 54 drives and transformed 34 spots in this part of Bengaluru, with 80% of the spots still spick and span. It is the determination and passion of Gagan and his community that they are still going strong, unflinchingly.
You can see me sitting here now, where there was a huge garbage dump. Firstly, the main mindset of the people should change.
Our next story is about the Rotary Club of Bangalore and its unique initiative, Happy Schools, which is targeting underprivileged kids to create awareness about hygiene and cleanliness.
Urban and rural sanitation has been one of the main objectives of Swachh Bharat mission, and at times it's the children who can become the best medium to convey this message. Happy Schools, a long-running social initiative of Rotary Club of Bangalore, is doing just that through its innovative program, which is a great mix of pedagogy and social awareness.
The Rotary International came up with something called TEACH, T-E-A-C-H, and the H represents Happy School. We really worked on how we could make Swachh Bharat happen as well as in schools, doing our own schools. And then we realized a winning proposition was to be able to integrate and synergize both the literacy project of ours with the Swachh Bharat that the government was, so keen on implementing.
This is one of the 108 Happy Schools started by Rotary Club of Bangalore in the city's outskirts. This neatly painted school building is a center of knowledge for holistic development of underprivileged children in the area. With elementary education imparted to these kids, the school also lays special emphasis on the health and hygiene factor, thus promoting the concept of Swachh Vidyalaya.
This has great impact on the village area, where they have gone back to the villages and they have told their parents and other students and other friends that they have to wash their hands.
Answering nature's call is important, and these kids have been taught to use toilets rather than defecating in the open. The school has constructed modern toilet blocks for the children and teachers. Training on personal hygiene and how to keep toilets clean are part of the curriculum. Charts like these have been placed in all the schools to remind children about the importance of cleanliness. The school is also trying to reduce the dropout rate of girls by educating them on safe sanitary practices.
Earlier, girl children were not being sent to far-off schools because toilets were not available. But with the help of government and donors, toilets have been built and the fear of no toilets among girl children has been solved.
Keeping in mind students' health and happiness, the children are provided with clean drinking water and nutritious food at the school, things which are lacking at their homes. This helps in increasing their resilience and boosting immunity against ailments. They are also taught on how to keep their surroundings clean. Wielding broomsticks, these kids sweep the floor with full gusto, an activity which is routinely performed at the school. The children of this school are encouraged to participate in the sampling plantation activity.
Even in our house, we have planted saplings, and for our health, we need to keep our surroundings clean.
Keeping our environment clean is our responsibility. If the environment is clean, we get good air and water. Our health will be good.
The school is not just imparting life skills to them, but also providing a window of opportunity for them to become agents of change for their society as well. These kids truly become the messengers of cleanliness when they reach home and share their learnings about health and hygiene with their parents and family members.
Chaitra comes home and talks about the safe hygiene practices being taught at school. We have also started following the same at home now.
300 villages, 16,000 children. The Rotary Club of Bangalore has made a significant impact in creating a beaming Bengaluru and a clean India.
Kudos to the endeavour of Rotary Club of Bangalore. It is time for a break now, but when we come back, we will show you running a restaurant does not only mean serving delicious food, but it also means intelligently managing its waste. And later, a company in the city that adopts simple, reliable and eco-friendly systems to segregate and manage huge amount of waste. Stay tuned. See you in just about a bit.
Network 18 presents India Hoga Clean.
Welcome back to Network 18 presents India Hoga Clean. Another Samaritan in Bengaluru is a restaurateur, Gopinath Prabhu, who firmly believes in the mantra of 3 R's: reduce, recycle and reuse to manage the food wastage from his restaurant. Let's see what's cooking in the new Krishna Bhavan restaurant.
Isn't it astonishing that India generates up to 67 million tons of food waste annually, which, if tackled well, can feed the whole of Bihar for a year? When it comes to Bengaluru, the city suffers from a problem of plenty. Foodstuffs make up to 68% of its waste, which need to be disposed of. Alarmed by the stark facts and Bengaluru's garbage crisis comprising food waste, 66-year-old Gopinath Prabhu, owner of New Krishna Bhavan in Malleshwaram, has developed a unique mechanism that ensures zero waste discharge from his restaurant. It's a simple two-way process. First, segregation of waste at source. And second, adherence to the rule of 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle.
One concerned group in Bangalore, Go Green for Bangalore cycling group, and they gave me one more R, that is refuse. You go to a market, you buy a small lipstick, they'll give a big carry bag. Refuse the carry bag.
The restaurant, which sees a footfall of more than 2,000 people daily, generates about 500 kilos of waste every day, of which 90% is wet waste. While the wet waste is given away to a piggery, the dry waste are collected by rag pickers, and the sediments of leftover coffee and tea is dumped in a compost pit in the park across the road. In this environmentally conscious restaurant, plastic cutlery has lost its relevance and replaced by steel utensils.
For reducing its source, avoid using plastic cup for ice cream or sweet, and then reuse. See, my leftover food is reused, this piggery is taking, and recycling, all this plastic gets recycled. And about refusing, I don't send anybody to market without the bag.
Being a South Indian food joint, the restaurant generates high quantity of coconut husks and shells too. Separate sacks at designated places are meant to collect coconut leftovers. Vendors dealing in manufacturing of mats and rope find ready source of raw material in the disposals from New Krishna Bhavan. The recycling goes beyond food waste. The rainwater harvest management developed by Gopinath ensures optimal use of water. Even the water used for cleaning utensils is not drained out in the sewage, but treated for further usage. a swift and efficient waste management system has been a boon for new Krishna Bhavan. Needless to say, visitors to this place are thoroughly inspired.
I have been a visitor for this hotel since 25 to 30 years back itself. So I love this hotel mainly for its cleanliness, its food and the staff serving and affordable prices.
What I do is, whatever is there in my plate and bowl, I finish it thoroughly. And by that process, I am sure I am contributing to zero wastage.
Highly compassionate for plants and trees, Gopinath Prabhu has kept the surroundings green with shrubs and trees all around the restaurant. A model restaurant in Bengaluru that produces zero waste is clearly depicting how Bengaluru is moving ahead in its cleanup drive.
Gopinath's model can come in handy for a lot of other restaurant owners as well. Our next story, of course, is of an organization that is helping large parks, residential complexes and institutions in Bengaluru with its waste management units to help them become zero waste entities. Here's a look at the expertise of Sahas Zero Waste.
In a city like Bengaluru, the perennial problem of piling garbage in and around the city will have a solution soon. While BBMP is going full throttle to clean up the city, there are organizations that are innovatively contributing to the cleanup drive in the city. Sahas Zero Waste is one of them.
Sahas actually evolved from a NGO, a not-for-profit, which I started in 2001. So in 2000, we had the municipal solid waste rules, and in 2001, the NGO Sahas was looking to work with different stakeholders to actually implement the municipal solid waste rules. Management of waste is what Sahas Zero Waste is currently focusing on. We do believe that when waste is managed at source, 90% of resource recovery can take place.
Sahas Zero Waste believes in a circular economy, where all the waste is converted to different types of resources. It runs a zero waste program for bulk waste generators like residential complexes, institutions and large tech parks. RMZ is one such company that is availing the services of Sahas to manage its waste.
Our engagement with Sahas started on 2009 World Environment Day, when Vilma Rodriguez of Sahas helped us to facilitate a waste management conference for the tenants.
Sahas provides its clients with front-end services in terms of setting up the right infrastructure for segregation and processing of waste, and also supply them with posters and signage to promote effective disposal of garbage. An end-to-end solution package also constitutes training of employees and housekeeping staff. The back-end services include collection and composting of wet waste on-site and sorting of dry waste. The focus is to ensure that all streams of waste reach their respective authorized destinations for further processing. Sahas also provides real-time data of all waste handled, which is later shared with the clients.
Well, the client has to comply with regulations for segregation at source, and it's helpful that since they're keeping their materials separate, we are able to actually recycle the material.
Sahas Zero Waste is currently managing over 25 tons of waste per day through composting and recycling, and providing dignified livelihood to more than 200 field staff. It is also working towards building a sustainable ecosystem where trash is recycled to make products like notebooks, roofing sheets, t-shirts and bags. Food wastes are turned into compost.
India Hoga Clean, only when we actually convert 90% of our waste to resources, only when we embed waste management into a circular economy and start using back waste that we create.
In September 2017, Vilma was conferred with Wastelet's Global Citizen Award for her work in the space. The award also recognized the business model she created at Sahas Zero Waste, therein providing livelihood to individuals from low economic households and young professionals looking for alternate careers.
That was Saha's Zero Waste for you. We're sure that these stories have inspired you to contribute to the national cause to keep our cities and our surroundings clean, spick and span. If you know of groups or individuals in particular who are doing exemplary work to keep their cities clean, do share their stories with us on hashtag India Hoga Clean and keep the momentum going. Next week, we will meet you with some incredible stories of cleanup drives from Goa. See you. Goodbye.
Network 18 presents India Hoga Clean.